There comes a point in life when you believe you've witnessed it all. Birthdays, anniversaries, farewells, even the occasional suburban quarrel over hedge trimming. But the moment you grow certain nothing could possibly surprise you, life tosses in a twist that makes you pause, blink twice, and let your iced tea linger on your tongue. That was exactly my experience one Saturday evening, just past 8:30, as I sat quietly on the bench near our community garden, staring at a scene that felt like the finale of a poorly made sci-fi flick. The screams weren't cries for help worthy of a 911 call. They were shrill, incredulous shrieks, equal parts disgust, shock, and maybe a pinch of deserved regret. From where I sat, the neighborhood pool came into full view, transformed into the stage for the strangest performance Oakwood Gardens had ever endured. Residents were rushing out of the water, dripping with a thick neon green goo that looked stolen straight out of a mid-century alien invasion movie. And at the chaotic center of it all stood Karen Peaton, our overly self-important HOA president, resembling the tragic lead of a low-budget horror production. Her expensive swimsuit clung to her like wilted seaweed, while her usually rigid, bleached hair hung in slimy, green-streaked strands. She shrieked louder than the rest, clawing at her goo-smeared face and pointing wildly at the pool. I raised my glass of iced tea again, slow and deliberate. After all, that moment had been carefully brewing for a week. My name's David Garrison, and for the last 5 years, I've acted as the unofficial maintenance man of Oakwood Gardens, our manicured corner of suburbia with 42 tidy homes and enough drama to rival a soap opera. I took on the responsibility after retiring from a 30-year engineering career, hoping for a peaceful life while keeping things in order. No paycheck attached, just the satisfaction of ensuring shared spaces stayed intact. Of all those spaces, the pool was my pride. A laminated sign inside the gate clearly listed the rules. No glassware, no pets, no unapproved gatherings, and strictly no access during closures. Basic guidelines for fairness and safety. Most people respected them. Karen Peaton did not. Since moving in 3 years back, she made herself a nuisance, complaining about children, criticizing the garden committee's taste, and nitpicking neighbors' lawns. 6 months ago, she weaseled her way into the HOA presidency under the guise of community spirit. In truth, she just wanted a venue for book club parties and real estate networking. Twice, she hosted unapproved events at the pool, brushing off board warnings with excuses about forgotten paperwork. But the tipping point came 2 weeks ago, during the annual chemical treatment. Draining, balancing pH, shocking the water. It's a delicate process requiring days. I'd posted notices, emails, even taped the gate shut with bold closure signs. Yet one morning I found the lock cut and the tape in tatters. Inside stood Karen in heels and a wide sun hat, barking orders at caterers as if she were hosting a gala. When I reminded her the pool was unsafe, she waved me off with that condescending smile. "David, the neighborhood needs fun," she insisted. I explained chlorine levels and health risks. She scoffed, called me dramatic, and dismissed science as nonsense. That night, the party carried on. Guests avoided the water, unsettled by the eerie mist hovering above. But Karen, ever the show-off, dove in long enough for selfies, surfacing, looking red and irritated. By dawn, she was at my door accusing me of sabotage. I presented proof, photos, records, recordings. Her fury was palpable, though she stormed away with a promise it wasn't finished. That was when I decided she required a lesson. Not cruel, just educational. I consulted a few retired colleagues and procured a safe, biodegradable polymer gel, the kind used in obstacle courses. Harmless, but when agitated in water, it thickens into clingy slime. A few drops of food dye made it theatrical. Rumors spread that Karen was planning another unauthorized pool party. Her birthday bash. Friday night, when the coast was clear, I drained several inches of water and rigged a pump to disperse the gel. I calibrated it carefully for just the right consistency. Sticky enough to cling, yet safe. By morning, the pool looked ordinary, only slightly hazy. Come Saturday evening, I sat in my usual spot, tea in hand. Guests arrived, real estate pals, book club companions, nosy neighbors. Karen strutted in wearing white, a champagne flute in hand, bragging about defying boring rules. With a speech on freedom complete, she dove. The splash was normal. What followed was not. The water thickened, glowing green as the gel activated. Karen surfaced coated in fluorescent goo, shrieking in horror. Guests, thinking it staged, leapt in laughing until they too emerged drenched in slime. Phones came out, not to call for help but to record the spectacle. Within minutes, social media had a viral circus. Karen staggered out, dripping, furious, threatening lawsuits. One lawyer guest gently reminded her that breaking into a closed facility wasn't wise grounds for a case. The gathering collapsed, guests fleeing with green footprints trailing behind. By the next morning, angry emails flooded our community inbox, complaints of ruined clothing, photos, and videos attached. By Monday, property management had 17 official grievances. An emergency meeting was set. Karen arrived late, her hair faintly green despite effort. She attempted to spin tales of betrayal, but Harold Finch, our board president and retired judge, calmly revealed the evidence. One by one, maintenance logs, photos, audio recordings. Karen wilted. The board voted unanimously to remove her as president and suspended her from using community amenities for 6 months. Harold added that the HOA's insurer would seek reimbursement for damages, over $8,000 worth. Cleanup, filters, reimbursements. As the meeting wrapped, Harold announced a modest stipend for the maintenance coordinator role. I accepted with gratitude, but the sight of Karen realizing I was rewarded for the chaos, priceless. Her birthday party went down as the costliest event in Oakwood Gardens. She faced civil suits, a suspended real estate license, and a $12,000 in settlement. And me? I still have the video saved, a reminder of what happens when entitlement slams headfirst into consequences.